Nashville Geek Life. As promised, I've taken a week to recover from the epicness that was Dragon Con, and while my feet are still filing grievances, I'm getting really excited for the local cons coming up. Now I have a few cons of various sizes under my belt, and with Wizard World Nashville just 17 days away and Geek Media Expo about 45 away from today, I figured I'd drop some knowledge that I've picked up over the years. First off, do buy your badge. Registration fees tend to increase as the con gets closer, and then they maximize at an at-door price. You can save money by registering and buying your badges online, with the earlier being the better. Also, if the event has an attendance cap, pre-registering is the only guarantee that you'll get in. Do read the rules and regulations of the con before you go. The con might not allow something that you feel is vital to your enjoyment of the experience. So before you go and spend your hard-earned cash, make sure that the con environment is actually something you think you'll enjoy going to. Do remember your ID and proof of purchase. These are all that's usually needed to pick up your badge at the start of the day, but double check the website to make sure you have exactly what you need. Do monetarily support the con if you can. You can have a good time by just showing up at the con and walking around the public spaces, but to have access to the dealer's room, the programming and the panels, and sometimes even the artist's alley, you're going to need a con badge. If you are super broke but need to attend a con, you can always volunteer. Some cons offer free or discounted badges to volunteers. You do need to put in the time, but after you've logged your hours, you can go enjoy the con to your heart's content. This is actually how I went to my first ever con. With local cons, booking a hotel room isn't really at the forefront of anybody's mind, but if you're planning on indulging in 21+ activities during #ConAfterDark, do book a hotel room. If a convention is being held at a hotel, sometimes those hotels actually have discounted rates for con-goers. This is true for Dragon Con as well as hotels in the surrounding area in downtown Atlanta because it's such a massive con. Then there are large events like VidCon that's held at the Anaheim Convention Center, and so the surrounding hotel rooms have discounted prices for con-goers that you can get a discount code off the convention's website to use. Maybe you don't see yourself spending that kind of money on a hotel room, so do designate a sober driver if you're going to drink, please. To be frank, you can't really enjoy a con if you're in hospital or dead. Another driving tip, do be aware of traffic conditions and trends in the local con area. It is the worst to miss out on a panel or a meetup because you are stuck in traffic. Do make a plan. You don't have to stick to it, but a little pre-planning can go a long way. Larger cons like Dragon Con have an app that they can publish updates and programming to. I was obsessed with personalizing mine. Or you might not get an event guide till the day of the con, so budget some time to sit down and really look at what's available so you can maximize your time. Don't be afraid to prioritize. Sure, you may be able to access the programming guide days ahead of time and can spend time organizing all the things in your app, but listen to your body or your gut the day of the con. There might only be 15 to 30-minute gaps between programming, and some popular panels will have people queuing hours ahead of time. While it's not the end of the world if a room hits its maximum capacity for human bodies before you get into a panel, you might need to prioritize the events you're willing to queue for. Do hydrate. Seriously, drink water. Bring your own bottle of water in and budget to buy more there. Yes, water fountains are free, but I'm a water snob and I like mine cold and germ-free. Like any special event, prices will be inflated, but it is worth the money because if you pass out due to dehydration, again, you can't enjoy the con if you're on your way to medical services. Don't be afraid to take some downtime. Again, listen to your body. At Dragon Con, I tried to do all the things, which involved sleeping less than 5 hours a night, but luckily I also had a hotel room to go to. However, if you're commuting to the con, give your body a break. Sometimes there are game rooms that you can just pull up a chair to a table and watch a game while you rest. Some cons do happen during nice weather, and you can go outside to get fresh air and catch some rays. Or find a less crowded panel where you can pull up more than one chair and enjoy learning while you relax. Just don't fall asleep, because that's pretty rude. Do cosplay. If you've never gone to a con in costume before, but you've been inspired by pictures you've seen on Tumblr, just Do it. It can be as easy as pulling out a closet cosplay from articles of clothing you already have. I put together my Poorman's FemHawkeye costume from articles of clothing from my closet and about $25 to $30 spent on materials. Don't be intimidated by experienced cosplayers. Remember, they were once beginners too. If you see them when they're not busy or involved in deep conversation, don't be afraid to go up to them and compliment them on their craft and ask questions. Or if you're going to GMX, you can attend my panel there called Nashville Cosplay, Fostering the Community. Do ask permission for every photo you take. Seriously, cosplay is not consent. Yes, cosplayers spend a lot of time, effort, energy, and talent to bring a character into life and to wear it as a costume to a con to show it off. But cosplay is not consent. If you want to take a picture so it can last longer, ask permission first. Always. You might see a cosplayer already posing for a group of people taking pictures, but it's still polite to ask before you take yours. Do ask for consent before taking any pictures of any tiny human cosplayers. This one is personally really important to me. If a cosplayer is of the age where they need a parent or guardian to attend the con with them, ask both people for consent before taking your picture. A parent or guardian might be fine with it, but the tiny human might be tired. Really, anyone under the age of 18 has the right, deserve the courtesy, and deserve the agency to tell you no. Don't take pictures that make the cosplayer uncomfortable. Yes, they have now given you the permission to take a picture with them, but they are still a living, real-life human who is complex under that costume, not an object. If a cosplayer says they do not want to pose or have you gesture a certain way, stop and be thankful that they still want to take a photo with you. And if they rescind their permission for a picture, that is their right as well. Do participate in panels or programming with the special guests. If seeing the celebrated guests is up your alley, don't be discouraged by the long queue to go in and see them. This could be your opportunity to tell them how much you've been inspired by them, or ask that question that you're always tweeting at them. So go do it. Do remember that guests are human too. Remember that everyone needs to eat, pee, and sleep, even celebrities. Cons are epic and crazy and excellent, but they throw everyone's inner schedule off. So remember, celebrity or not, everyone deserves to eat, pee, and sleep uninterrupted. Do keep calm and con on. After everything I've said, still remember, going to a con is about having fun. So many of my con friends go to con just for that, to see their friends. Sure, they might stroll through the dealer's room or support local creatives in Artist Alley or hit up the game room for some gaming, but ultimately they're going to the con to see old friends and maybe make some new ones. Conventions are an excellent place for you to just be you. And that's all I got for this one. So thanks for watching my How to Con video. And if you have any further questions or have advice from cons yourself, please feel free to leave them in comments because I would love to do a follow-up video to this. Until then, DFTBA. I did mention Dragon Con a few times in this video, so I will link to similar content that I'm uploading soon if you're interested in. And the next place you can see Nashville Geek Life all IRL-like is actually the Adventure Science Center Mini Makers Fair. And I really do hope I see you at a local Nashville con very soon.